Okay, so Doctor Who. We've done some Doctor Who exploration in Lowsec, got some bits and bobs, and made a curious warp matrix. No idea what's going to happen. My understanding is that it works a bit like Abyssals in that you leave a trace behind when you go. Let's see how we go. Oh, I'm going to have to decloak. Oh, going to have to leave fleet. Let's find somewhere to get fleet to. These things to figure out. It's not quick corporation, eh? Fleet. Now we might have to be in a fleet to do it. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Not with the Abyssals, you don't need to be in a fleet. Let's see. Hey, we're off. Ooh, that was exciting. It's all going a bit Doctor Who. Okay, doesn't look to be any bad stuff around. Let's do the do. So it looks very much like just a normal Explo site with a lot more funky fun graphics. It looks like it's a mix between Explo and Abyssal, actually. Okay, pretty much more of the same. So I have heard that it's going to be there's multiple tiers, so you generate your filaments to get into this first tier and then get bits and bobs in here to make your next tier. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I'll get enough here to make another filament for another tier. Oops. I found that a lot of these are around the edge. A couple of miles off here. The simple explodes. Boom. They're a little bit prettier than the Empire ones. So I think they are a bit like the Abyssals in that they're timed. Oh, that's nice. So in an Abyssal run you've got 20 minutes to do the 3 rooms. I'm not sure. Well, I've got a time up here. 28 minutes, so it must be 30 minutes to do the 3 rooms. Which there's a lot to. There is quite a lot to hack here. Yeah, so you're looking at you've got to do each room within 10 minutes, otherwise you're in a bit of a pickle. Easier than normal exploit. bits of a spaceship. Seems a little bit laggy on the clicking. See how it lagged there. Probably not being the most efficient because I'm trying to talk at the same time as do it, but it's very similar to Minesweeper. Explode. You just, you know, you click on one, it tells you how far away you are from a good bit. If you really want to know how the Explorer works, you want to look at the rule of 6. That really explains it really well. But here you see I've got two squares to go, 1 square to go, and there we are. That's classed as a thing. Now I can click on that, and it will either be something good or something bad. See, that's gives you more health basically. Getting loads of shit here, but plenty of time. It's very pretty. So what we do for time? 4 minutes left. Yeah, this is a bit tough for time. Normal space return conduit. So maybe it isn't 3 rooms, maybe it's just that half an hour for 1 room. If that's the case, then that's not so bad, because yeah, I'm quite quick at this, so it would be quite tight for somebody who's not quite as quick if it was 3 rooms. Chronologically curious blue. Okay. Notice no blueprints. Let's see what it says about that. Interesting. River. Okay. There we go. Still no blueprints. To be honest, I haven't seen any Doctor Who sort of things here. This is just bits that are alluding to Doctor Who, you know, timey-wimey stuff. That's all that's going on here. They've not seen any actual Doctor Who yet. I mean, when it came in, there was a bit of, you know, bouncing around, but no actual Doctor Who-ified. That's a different spaceship I've not seen before, but you know. It could easily have just been random new thing that they've brought in rather than naming it Doctor Who. Still nothing exciting. I imagine the consequences for this not doing it in time are the same as with an abyssal, in that you'll explode and get bodied. It does look very, very pretty though, but yeah. I guess on the further levels it might get a bit more Doctor Who-y. Still no prints then. Right, let's see if this takes us to another. Hopefully it doesn't take us to another room, because if it does we're a bit screwed, because yeah. Well, that looks a bit darky. Oh, that's quite fun. Yeah, so there's one room, that's fine. And there is still a filament there. So it is like an abyssal that you go in and there's a filament trace, so you could be scanned down and ganked as you come out. So it's given me some stuff, but it's not really much different from the actual sites that I've been running outside. So yeah, that's kind of the stuff I've been getting anyway. Might get some more of these filaments in. Let's go for that. Yeah, let's just go and take that then. was rather hoping I would get an extra tier filament blueprint so I could go on to another tier. I guess it's all RNG, isn't it? So might have to make a sacrifice to Bob. That must be 30 minutes each time. Just annoy me when it does that. Oh, there we go. And a booster. Either one or two capsuleers flying the Omen, Caracal, Thorax, Stabber, Moa, Vexor or Rupture would be able to use this filament. So that's a combat filament then, isn't it? Ooh. Okay, so that looks exciting. Tactile armor plates, I'll have them. Not with them for a long time. Not since being in catch. Yeah, there's quite a lot in this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 cans in here. That's quite a lot, I suppose. So it's like double the size, really, of the ones, nearly double the size of the ones in low sec. Oh, was that 100? Wow! 100 time crystals. That was a good one. You might be spotting a pattern with some of these sites. So the actual explo sites themselves are very low effort, and they all seem to be very similar. There seems to be I wouldn't like to say how many different ones there are, probably a dozen, probably a few more, but you get to see the patterns on them, and they look very similar. So you can usually tell, oh, that's where the exit is. That's pretty. The wispy lines in space. I guess all this extra graphics is why people's machines are crawling along. Maybe a micro-warp drive would be good in here as well, because they are quite a distance away. I might put that one on next time. That's going to be interesting to do. Precarious. Oh, went on a wrong one there. Oops. Now I could easily have done that anyway, because I had some extra bits down here. I could easily have finished that. I wasn't concentrating. Must concentrate. There we go. If you fail them 2 times, it's just like it is with normal explode, they explode. I don't believe your ship will explode, but the actual can will explode. Yeah, my co-op drive would be good. I normally fit an AB when I'm doing explode because the cans aren't normally that far apart, and if you get into a pickle you can normally get away with an afterburner instead of a micro-warp drive. Like if you need to burn back to a gate, or you get into some PvP and you don't really fancy it, if you've got a micro-warp drive on and you've had it knocked out, you're in a bit of a pickle. So I prefer an afterburner. Got me out of a lot of scrapes in the past. I've died to it a lot of time as well, but it's my preference. Ooh, another one. Here we go. Let's look at the timer. So yeah, 10 minutes. So that's the tier 1 one again. So that's the exploit one again. That's fine. I've got lots of bits in this one. Here we go. Bounce around the tube. That's quite cool, but they've obviously spent some time on doing this. It's quite nice. Do have to wonder about spending the time on this and then it's never going to get used again. So it kind of makes you wonder whether they're going to do something with it after the event. You know, turn it into not Doctor Who but something else. You know, like abyssal exploration sites with filaments that you can make and stuff, because it's a lot of work to go to and not use it later. It's like when they bought the original filaments in, if I remember rightly, they did them on Christmas, the reindeer filaments, and then they brought in real filaments for you know, yeeting around. So it does kind of make sense, this being a new bit of content that they can create that's like mixed between abyssals and exploration. I do quite like that because it gives people a little bit more. Because there's some people that don't like abyssals because they can't really afford to do the investment into a ship and the time into the skills to be able to run the abyssals, because they can be quite spicy, the ships, and if you want to do the higher tier ones, you've got to spend some serious cash on it, and if you go wrong, you go wrong catastrophically, and you blow up. So yeah, it'd be quite a nice new little bit of content, exploration abyssals, if they go with that as a thing. Now, I don't think they need to get rid of the Explo that's there at the minute, but if they had it so that there was some special filaments like the Doctor Who ones, but not Doctor Who ones, because obviously you're not going to carry on forever, that drop and then you build them up, and maybe if they made them as Jove filaments, or something like that. Oh, we've got an enigmatic. Two again. So they are different then. What's that one? Is that a level 3? Level 1. Oh, so level 1 combat, level 2 combat. Oh, okay. Let's see. So there's different levels of combat, different levels of exploit. It definitely makes me think there's going to be something coming after this, because it's a lot of content here to just last for 2 weeks and then be thrown away. I mean, obviously the exploration part of it is already there in the system, and obviously the combat part of the abyssal stuff is going to be there in the system, but the hooking of it all together, and it's quite elegant, I suppose, and it'd be nice to see it continue. Like all of these ruins, they don't have to be Doctor Who based ruins, do they? That's quite pretty. I can see why some people's graphics cards would struggle. This area looks very clean. What's going on? Another 128 time crystals. Wowzers. Okay, I'm not going to go short of time crystals then, am I? Unless, I wonder if these take loads of time crystals. Well, that's the thing, because they could. Yeah, I guess they do, look. 60. 60, yeah. These original ones didn't, they took 30, so yeah, there's quite a lot there, isn't there? Of course, the difficulty of the hack and the colour that you get on the outgate, red, green, or amber, there's no bearing on the loot. It's just, I don't know why they would do that. Sorry for the slipping, but you know, it's Friday night. That's a lot. Something quite relaxing about Explo. I've always found it easy going. Apart from sometimes in Catch there was a lot of competition. So you had to be really quick at scanning and really quick at getting in there and starting your hacks. But so this would be quite good in that you know, once you've got your filaments, you can go and do it anywhere. Find your little pocket. Another one. Time-wise we're doing fine, so we're doing about 10 minutes each time. So I could see a Nubo Explo taking longer to do each room because they'd have to think about the cans a little bit more. I'm not taking great care on them, but I am going quite quick on it. This one might be a bit crap. I have to ooh, God, that's nasty. So the reason I've done that is because I want to get for something that will give me a bit of extra time. Ah, there we go, that'll do it. Because otherwise I'll end up opening it and fail. On here, this is a little bit slow between the cans. Right, so I'm going to go back to base, fit an MWD and do some more. But yeah, so you're learning as I'm learning how these work. Heard there's hostiles around, so hopefully they're not waiting outside for me. Because just like Abyssals, you go back to your trace, it looks like. Let's see what happens. We've got a fair chunk of stuff in here. See, the indicator value is next to nothing, but nobody knows what this stuff's worth. Here we go. Could either come into certain death or very cool. Okay. Oh, that was interesting. I came back to no local. Now there's local. Okay, that was interesting. Right, there we go. So I'll show some more when there is some more to do. Thanks for watching.